What up, guys? Throwing on the spice stream. We're getting a little more dumpage than expected, a little quicker than expected. So I wanted to go live here. Haven't even posted this anywhere. There's only 5 of us. What's up, everybody? Let me send the message out. Feel free to share the stream, like the stream, etc. With 5 viewings, seems like maybe there's something weird with the stream. This happens. So let's there we go. All right, tweeting it out, sending the messages out. For some reason, the thumbnail's not working. Okay, so I just released a video on this. Happened a little quicker than I expected, a little more violently than I expected. We have retraced 263. This is really where I was hoping price would hold. We're in an hourly candle. We have a nice wick underneath us. Way too much time, at least yet, to call it a bounce, to call it a reversal. I like where it landed, though. We got our measured move to the downside. Ooh, man, I'm getting alerts all over the place. Got our measured move to the downside at this point at 63. We do have potential targets below us. The 2618, just like we said in the video, at 61.5. Our 3618 at our 58.8 level, our monthly resistance that took so long to break. We have plenty of support below us. Where we will bounce is really the question here for me. What I like about the measured move here, is that it's also the golden pocket of our larger retracement from our 60K to 69K high. That's a perfect place to bounce. Don't guarantee it, but we can see price action responding already to this level. That's right. This is a nice little wick. Our measured move put us here. Our retracement to the golden pocket also pointing to that same level. This is a decent spot for it to bounce. We have factors in play here today that haven't really been a factor for the last year. Talked about this in the video. It's going to be a lot of rehashing. But the dollar making moves here. I woke up to everything mooning. Had a weird morning. But I got an alert on Dixie that I had set, I think, a year ago, maybe more, that it had broken through 94.65. People could say whatever they'd like. This is too perfect not to be causation. So let's take a look. The dollar right here started rallying, looks like at 10 o'clock, and Bitcoin with a exactly other direction candle at 1800 hours UTC. I believe that's 10 o'clock. It's the exact same time. The dollar broke through that 94.65 level exactly when Bitcoin started to trend down. Too close timing here for that just be coincidence. This is what's happening. However, guys, we don't need to freak out. We've seen Bitcoin and the dollar run up together. I believe in 2017 for a decent amount of time that was the case. So I'm not really spooked here. A lot of the time we don't focus on why, because it's not really a valuable question most of the time. Today I think it is. Today I think we have a very flat out reason as to what's going on here. Dollar's breaking through resistance. Is it going to close above resistance? Is it going to hold? We don't know. This could easily get faded. If this rally on the dollar gets faded, I expect Bitcoin to resume what it was doing. But we can see this is like a really significant level. March is low for the first time since September is being tested, and it's put in a higher high versus September of 2020. And that is pretty reasonably resulting in us seeing crypto not doing so hot, right? This is, in my opinion, temporary. I think if the dollar even does continue to rally, that it's not going to continue to have the same effect on the crypto market. I think that Bitcoin at least will resume rallying with it. Crap, I have these on backwards. I have a new pair coming today. These ones are busted up. They don't fit on my ear right. Let's peek back into Bitcoin. We can see, yeah, that extension, that measured move, definitely being a factor on price here. Definitely. Man, that's a heck of a wick. 5-minute failed to bullish engulf, but that's a nice little buying response. This is a nice buying response. Hopefully there's some follow through here. 15-minute closed, and that's a hell of a wick, guys. That's not a bad sign. Well, we can see this, I can see it visually here, is we're going to have tons of bullish divergence off this low if it holds. That wick is showing buying power. It's at our measured move to the downside. It's at the golden pocket of a greater retracement, a greater swing high to swing low. And the violence or the strength at which we sold off here is going to pull down our indicators. Our RSI or MACD, whatever oscillator you're looking at, is going to be floored here, at least on small time frames. Maybe bigger ones won't reflect that quite the same. The big question is, are we going to bounce? Is this going to hold? How many alerts am I going to get while I'm live? 1 million. 1 million. That's right. I threw this together. I just released a video on it minutes before, so it's probably confusing for everybody. Let me take a look and see if this stream is okay. All right, we got, 200, 300 watching. That's good. All right. There was some weird issues I had when going live, and usually when that happens, these videos like kind of get shadow banned. It doesn't seem like we are right now, are we? Give me 2 seconds here, get my thoughts together. Nope, we're doing good. We're doing good. Showing up in search. We have 70 likes, guys. Please smash that like button if you haven't yet. We try to get to 420 likes every stream. It's our goal, and we can get there with your help. So please smash that like, subscribe if you haven't. Engagement in the stream encourages YouTube to show it to more people while we're live, so that would be great to have more fan members or more eyes join us. I didn't even throw up a poll. I didn't do anything. I put out that video, and within minutes, I was like, crap, I got to go live. So for those of you just tuning in right now, bounce is looking decent here. 63 is looking pretty good. Our 15-minute close with a very strong wick. We're seeing kind of the bears and bulls battle it out now here in this next 15 minutes. What could be really interesting, it's way too early to really have confidence in it. But if we see by the end of this day, all of this retracement retaken by the bulls, this will actually be a really strong bullish setup. A wick like this before a run is almost always what we kind of don't want to see but expect to see. I'd like to see a bullish engulf, honestly, on any time frame. 5 minute, we didn't quite get it. The green candle closed slightly lower, not quite bullish engulfing. So now we're going to be waiting on the 15 to see if the 15 will do. If the 15 will be able to pull it off. 65,777 looks like the number here, and 11 minutes to go. Really, I'm going to be waiting for some kind of close on a bullish engulf. Our hourly has 26 minutes left, so that's going to be a bit. However, the smaller body this candle on the hourly closes, the easier it's going to be to bullish engulf in the next one. That's going to be probably my first sign I'm looking for a reversal. But man, it is responding. It is responding to that measured move. This wick is actually pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Quick summary for everyone who missed it or didn't catch the video earlier. We have two things at play here. We have our greater swing low to swing high, puts our retracement right back in the golden pocket, and our local swing low to swing high measured move. So our fib extension there, the two, sitting at the exact same level. You can see if we zoom in, these are literally the exact same level. I'm going to get rid of this box so it's easier to see. The bottom of our golden pocket, 63,093, and our measured move, 63,130. Those are within a margin of error. The fact that they're overlapping usually does indicate that we have a strong or at least an important pivot level, and we do, at least so far. We haven't seen this close. We're still waiting for some kind of bullish engulf, something to really give us a sign that this was a shakeout. I'm sure people are freaked out today, but the confidence there for me is pretty darn good, man. You don't often get such beautiful symmetry on the chart, and I think that we got kind of the needed to get out as soon as possible words. Let's get a little perspective. Let's get a little perspective on this. I'm sure people are scared, freaking out. Let's look at the quarterly. Quarterly, still fine above 58.8. As long as it's above 58.8, there's really no threat to the quarterly, period. We're nowhere near there. 63, holding somewhat strong, at least so far, and the quarterly, not really in any danger yet. Monthly, we have we have the exact same levels, 58.8. Our monthly is still green. That's going to remain true above 61,200. We haven't traded that low either. Although a test of the monthly open at 61.3, that could happen. That could happen. And what I love about it, if you didn't watch that video earlier that I just put out, I don't blame you, is right down here. Our 2618 is virtually at that 61.5 area. It's interesting to me. This caught my eye. If you're a patron, you got this earlier than the public. What caught my eye here on this move as I watched it develop, and I knew as soon as I got that Dixie alert, I knew we were going to see red. Instantly, my stomach turned, and it was like, shit, we're at an all-time high. We're trending here, and then this Dixie alert's going to go off, and it's going to crap on our parade, and it did. But what really caught my eye here is when we use this extension, virtually every significant extension that we use, minus the 3, is at a really important level. Whether it's from the monthly, quarterly, or weekly, or daily, all of these are within fractions of a percent. All of these extensions are within a fraction of a percent of one of those levels. It's pretty wild. It's pretty clean. 420 viewing, right on, guys. Blaze it. Let's get 420 likes going. We got 420 viewing. That's the goal. It's the dream. We have 155. We've doubled our likes. That's good. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here to be your voice of calm today. That's right. Your voice of reason. So far, so good. In fact, since we started streaming like just minutes ago, this chart's looking better. Looking very good. I feel like I'm just going to have to rehash everything over and over. Dang, 15 minute though, getting faded. Until we close some kind of green candle, we're really not going to be confident in any reversal. And I was saying we're looking for an engulfing. Well, without a green, we're not going to have an engulfing. The 15 minute was looking strong, and Sense has not really been showing the same. Let's see. What's up, Cal J? Draw a trend line on the 4 hour from the low. I mean, we can draw it. We're not going to be taking chart requests quite yet, guys. Sorry. So let's see. For a 4 hour from the low of the 29th. 28th, okay. To now. This is the way I would see it. I wonder what you're looking at. Something like that. I guess that seems valid, actually. Little fake out, dip underneath, move back up. All right. I like the trend line. I'll keep it. Thank you for the 5, Cal J. Appreciate you, brother. Interesting. Interesting to me. That trend line meeting 63K, meeting our measure move, meeting the golden pocket all at once. There's a lot going on here. I have zero fear. I have zero concern over this. It's not what I wanted to see. If this had kind of happened out of the blue and we didn't have anything that related to it, it would be a little spookier, especially trading at all-time highs. If it didn't get bought back up right away, that'd be a little threatening. But guys, with the dollar doing this, what we're seeing can be deceptive. The dollar is increasing in purchasing power. What that means is everything paired with it, meaning BTC USD, goes down. And it's not because it's losing value. It's because what it's being measured against is gaining value, is gaining power. So we're seeing the crypto market being pushed down, but it's really not losing it. It's just that what it's being measured in is expanding. So not the normal scenario. You know, the dollar's really dicked around under this 95 level, under March's 2020 low all year. And for the majority of last year as well. So to see some kind of reaction in the market to the dollar breaking this level, I think makes perfect sense. To me, that's calming. And honestly, we've been waiting on the dollar to do some kind of retracement for a while. It reminds me of Bitcoin dominance. It's like, when are you going to do your retracement, bud? If we see continuation, 96, probably where we're looking about on the dollar. We're just underneath 95. At the rate it's going, we haven't seen it really chill. At the rate it's going, we could see 95 today. That's a pretty big move for the dollar. What you're going to see across all markets, as I was saying, you're going to see probably red across all markets. Maybe we'll take a look. For the same reason. The dollar increasing in strength, increasing in purchasing power, and by definition, anything you purchase with dollars then becomes cheaper. It's not necessarily that they're dumping. It's that what you're buying it with is worth more. Similar to BTC pairs, but we won't get into that right now. Our 0.5 retrace, as I said, 96. We've been kind of like wondering where this was for a long time now. We could see even as deep as a 618 retrace on the dollar here, 97.72. I'm not in the mind, I'm not of the opinion that the dollar is looking to retest its highs of April. I'm not in the opinion that this is going to be long-lived. Now, the dollar doesn't move really quite as quickly as crypto and what we're used to, so this may take longer than we want. But even a retracement back to the 618, I have very little confidence that it would continue higher. Very little. There's no fundamental. There's no real reason. I feel that the dollar would be trending up. This, if anything, probably part of a dead cat bounce. Maybe we could say something like this is similar to Bitcoin last 6 months. And we had like at 42, we had a little bounce and we went higher. Maybe not a good analogy. Let me look at my indicators on the dollar here, actually. Do I have any on this chart? No. Let's take a look. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on there. Thanks for joining, guys. Spicy day. Spicy day out of nowhere. Kind of kicked us out of our comfort zone as crypto loves to do, doesn't it? Loves to bring us into a comfort zone and kick us right back out. Man, RSI trending pretty low in the dollar. Surprisingly low, actually. Dang, 636 watching. We're blowing up. Welcome, everybody. Please smash that like button and subscribe. We got some big stuff going on today. I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating myself. We're seeing Bitcoin sell off. Likely, we'll pull it up. We'll look at maybe S&P or DJI, something. We'll see if they're experiencing similar things, and of course they are. Of course they are. The S&P 500 seeing a red day. Of course it is. Let's, I don't know, let's see, like maybe Tesla. People love Tesla. Let's see if Tesla having the same thing. Of course it is. This is hard to argue, in my opinion. Oh, this is on the week. Huh? Screw you, Tesla. Don't have a green day. That's rude. That's just rude. S&P. There we go. It's on the daily. Of course, we're seeing indices go down. I wouldn't be surprised to see gold go down. I wouldn't be surprised for any given asset that is paired in dollars to have a red day right now. By the end of this day, we could see it. The dollar reverse gets sold off. That wouldn't really be that crazy to me. March's low in 2020. That's the level we broke through, and immediately we saw Bitcoin react. This is a significant level, and it should be resistance. So while we are trading above it right now, we would expect this to be resistance on a larger time frame. So daily could even close up here. What's going to be a big factor for me in this is by the end of this week, is the dollar still trading, or is the Dixie still trading above 94.65? My bet would be no. My bet is that this gets sold off. However, there are so many factors going on in the world right now with Evergrande, with Fed and interest rates. There very well may be people simply taking profit from stocks. We see that on S&P going down into the dollar, fleeing these kind of macro forces going on. By the end of the week, we'll keep an eye. The dollar has, 2 days of this week of trading. I wouldn't be surprised to see it settle back below 94, and things will probably go back to normal in the markets. I'm glad S&P has followed suit, because this makes my point, I think, a little easier to see, is the dollar expanding in power shrinks. Ooh, there we go. Shrinks the value of everything measured in it. If a dollar can buy one apple and then the dollar goes up in value, maybe the dollar can buy 2 apples now. Apple's price in dollars has halved. So what I believe we're experiencing, and I think I can even apply this to S&P 500, not just crypto, is not so much a shrinking of the value of those assets as it is an expansion of the value of the paired asset, the dollar. Let's zoom back in here on Bitcoin. Not the bounce I would have loved to see. I'm still pretty excited about where it bounced, but not the bounce that I wanted to see. That 15-minute did not close. Did not close. Bullish engulfed. In fact, it looks like it found resistance there. Just below the line. Dang. Not great. Not great. But for those tuning in, 63K, this is a great spot for a bounce to happen. Phenomenal spot from a technical point. Our swing low to swing high, this is our golden pocket right here. 63K. And when we look at our swing low to swing high here, it's also our 2 extension. This is what we call a measured move. When a asset has a swing low and swing high, if it breaks the low, the previous swing low, we look to the measured move, the 2 Fibonacci extension. The same is true to the upside. What's, I guess, maybe spooky for some people is we can extrapolate that out and say, well, if it trades under our swing low in November, 60,150, we might look for the measured move of the larger picture, which would be 52.4. That would be an ugly number. I don't believe that's the probable move here. This is more local. What I really want to see is some buying into the end of this day. Wow, we almost have 1,000 viewing. Is that true, or do we just have a bunch of bots? I don't know. Either way, welcome everybody. Smash that like button and subscribe. Even if you're a bot, you can still smash the like and subscribe. This is a great spot for it to bounce, but we don't have the reversal sign yet. Let's go through some time frames and see if we can see signs of it, though. RSI on the 5-minute dip down to 13. That is going to be a low for November. Not the lowest point in price for November. So that's going to be bullish divergence in the making. Let's see what Market Cipher has to say. Money flow is still looking ugly. So does VWAP on the 5. Market Cipher not really suggesting that we have a reversal yet. On the 5. On the 15, same thing. Momentum is waning off. Here's the thing. With the viciousness, with the violence in which this sold off, it's going to be hard to sustain. Nothing can move that quickly in one direction without retracing. And so it's hard to sustain in the sense of momentum we typically look at as something that is either accelerating or waning. And when momentum accelerates this fast, it's very difficult to continue accelerating. If it's not accelerating, it begins to wane. That's why I said it's likely we have divergence forming here. My thingy's not working. Divergence forming here simply because of the velocity, the volatility of this move. It is not something easy for market makers to sustain. There we go. My buttons are working. When we look at the 15th, things actually do look a little better. So our RSI also reached down into very low numbers. Probably November. Yep, the lowest point in November. But our price point not reflecting that. So that could be bullish divergence in the making. And typically when we see a move like this, we do get a retracement. I'm just waiting for a sign to use my tool to see where we might be looking back to the upside. 15-minute on Market Cipher actually has a better outlook than the 5. VWAP is trending back up. Money flow is really just scratched negative. So money's just really barely begun to flow out of the asset, meaning into dollars. Yeah, just barely. I'd like to see this 15-minute close with waning momentum. That still wouldn't be enough to convince me that we're about to bounce. But that would be a good start. Last candle did, but that candle's a little lackluster. It'd be great to see some more strength here into the next 10 minutes. If only the 5-minute was in agreement. 5-minute really is not showing reversal yet. MACD maybe the odd man out here as momentum waned off and is now back to positive, but I'm not convinced by that. Not convinced by that yet. Looks like we're going to have to close 64.8-ish or above for this candle to be waning in momentum. And the 30-minute has not shown on MACD any signs of chill. Momentum to the downside says still accelerating even at this close. Thankfully, 30-minute, a little confliction here. VWAP is trending back up to 0. What I don't love here, though, is this fake out. Money flow was rolling over and was smashed back down. Luckily, it did not create a lower low in money flow, so it's not a super bearish signal. That VWAP is actually suggesting to me on the 30 but the low is likely close, if not in close. Same on the 45. Wow, it feels like it's been a while since we've seen this. The 30 and the 45 VWAP both rolling over, both looking to go back to positive after. That's a pretty quick sell-off. Interesting. Dollar even showing, or not dollar. Wow, man, I'm all kinds of screwed up today. Dollar, hour. An hour is not a dollar. The hour even showing that as VWAP was trending down very sharply, and now is looking to flatten out. Money flow on the hour actually hasn't even gone negative. So we were saying it's kind of ugly that money flow was negative and then looked to roll over, looked to move to the positive territory, but didn't. So now we're on a larger time frame on the hour, and we have the same potential setup. Now we don't know this is going to happen yet, but money flow is just approached zero. If we do see a bounce today, and this backs up what I was saying at the beginning of the stream, if we close today high, if we close even green on the daily, or we close even close to the open, we're likely going to see continuation to the upside. That lines up with this. If we see the hourly roll back over here and not enter negative money flow, this may be a very bullish sign. It might seem odd to some to say bullish sell-off, but we do expect in the bull run to see this kind of selling. This is a elevator down, stairs up scenario. It's the least satisfying, but it is what we expect in a bull run. Hourly RSI playing games with my heart here, not reaching oversold after not reaching overbought. A little sketchy, This hourly close is becoming more and more important in my mind. So 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. This is getting tight. I like this though. We're going to need to see strength. According to the 1 hour, we're going to need to see strength into the next hour. So once this closes, the next one. Dude, that's ugly though. 2 hours pretty ugly. So our indicators are floored. Man, we're looking for a bounce. This is the most logical spot. I mean, it's the most logical spot, and price has responded to it. So feeling decent. Feeling decent on it. We're just not seeing it play out yet. 5 minute, do something spicy, man, please. 4 hour. 24 minutes. I was like, that's not right. Okay. Got 2 hours and 6 minutes on this 4. And that does not look great, does it? Thankfully, I don't trust the 4 hour. Nothing there yet, huh? Let's make a clean chart here quick. I want to show you guys kind of where my brain goes, where my brain's going on this. And it's going to, of course, take a bigger time frame. So we have been flirting and putting in new all-time highs, right? Day 1, 2, 3 here visible in the last, I don't know, month and a half. What happened is we reached new all-time high. We found sellers and we consolidated. Now we broke through that high, put in a new high, and what I see, or what catches my eye here, is right about here. If we remove everything else from this chart, we can see that consolidation level. So to bounce from here would actually be pretty decent. What was resistance could be acting as support. That would be a nice healthy climb.
I know you're a monster.
This is where my brain goes to. The sell-off, not really important. Kind of looking at that area here, we can even see that stretches out before that high was put in. This is an area we've consolidated at and saw resistance at, and now we may be back testing it as support. This is definitely a spicy candle, and the 1,200 people watching, I don't know if I believe it. Did we decide if that's real or not? Probably not. I don't know. If you're not a bot, send some hype in the chat. If you're not a bot, smash the like. We have 421 likes already. I don't know. Probably not bots. Dang. Welcome, everybody. We're blowing up. We're blowing up. You know what? It's been a while since we broke 1,000 viewers. Great. Great to have everybody. Let's read the chat. It's Let's read the chat. Let's see what's going on. See how you guys are feeling. Are you guys freaked out? Because I am so disconnected from emotions that I don't get freaked out. Not a bot. That's right, Sean. What's up? Wow, these are not bots. These are real people. Holy moly. We actually have 1,200 people watching. I am humbled. I'm humbled. It's probably because I have a bearish title. Never had a bearish title, really. Emergency stream. What's up, Edwin's Generation with the check mark? This is an emergency type stream. It is. It is. I'm here to calm you down. We've reached a logical point of retracement. We're hoping for it to hold. We don't know yet. We don't have our evidence that we would like quite yet. If you guys stay tuned, I think we'll find out the answer here. We'll work through it together. I'm blown away by how many people are here. Holy, people are hyping. Evergrande FUD, Evergrande FUD. I don't think it's related. I think it's more related to the dollar. Maybe we can make the argument that the dollar rallying is related to the Evergrande FUD, and I think there's definitely some logic there. But this is, for me, there's like no way this isn't just related to the Dixie. Like let's look at we'll have these both on the same chart, right? So let's compare it to the Dixie. Is this one gonna work? Nah, I hate the way the TradingView does that. I hate the way it does that. So basically, we'll do it this way to show it, I guess. We can take it to maybe even the 5 minute. I think that's how related it is, but let's actually start on the hour. Dixie. Here we go. Breaking that 45 level or whatever, 95. All these numbers, man. All these numbers. 94.65. 94.65. So if we look at both of these at the same time, right here, we can see that this is virtually the exact timing. Exact timing. Need to get rid of everything again. I'm a mess today, guys. I put out that video and then I had to go live instantly. Did not expect that. Okay. So bear with me. You guys rock, though. For so many people here. Virtually, I want to say it's in the exact same minute. So let's see, 94.65 right here. Boom. And where? Like here, maybe? All right. Let's see how many minutes. Let's drag it back. 3 hours 50 minutes ago. 3 hours 50 minutes ago. There it is. There it is. We can assign whatever we'd like to this, but this is exact. I mean, it's exact. There's very little room for interpretation here. These are to the minute. To the minute. The dollar broke through 94.65 and Bitcoin went down. Wait, I want countdown, but I don't want the labels. There we go. We can see that's almost inarguable, right? It's to the minute. I mean, it's to the 5 minute. Maybe it's to the 1 minute. I don't even know. TradingView being a dick today, not keeping, for some reason, not showing it on the 1 minute for some reason. I don't understand. My God, TradingView, you're trolling me when I have to impress all these people, TradingView. Look at how many people there are watching, and you're making me look like a chump. Here we go. Do we have them both? There it is. There's our reason. We don't really concern ourselves with why here often. We don't. But this time I think it makes sense. There's a very defined reason. At the exact minute, actually, so this even looks like it goes back more. It looks like it goes back tighter. So even when the dollar started breaking out, 1800 Bitcoin started dumping. That's not coincidence. That is very much related. I like the 1 minute. There we go. Oh, you guys can't see because it's behind my head. Oh well. But there you are. I'll duck. The exact same time. Why is this? Because the dollar did something. Dollar broke through resistance. 94.65. 66.65. That resistance sourced all the way back from March, the COVID crash, March 2020, has not been tested since September 2020. We traded higher today. As soon as we traded higher on the dollar, Bitcoin started dropping. Not crazy. In fact, maybe one of the most rational Bitcoin moves in Bitcoin history. One of the most rational. All right, so our hourly did close, and here we are at the gates of negative money flow. Actually, looks like into this. That's odd because that wasn't what it showed earlier. Hourly closed with some red money flow. Not bueno. Not bueno. 15 minutes showing weakness now, too. 30 and 45. Huh. And even the hour. Weird. Our low time frame is not looking hot. But once we get into the 30 minute, 45 minute, we're seeing signs of this sell-off slow down. But then when we get out to maybe, say, the hourly or 2 hour, things are looking ugly again. To me, maybe it is. Maybe it's time now. I think this is what will happen. That looks pretty good. And then we're gonna figure out what happens when we get back to 66.5. Retracement back to our 618. It's like clockwork. We don't quite have the signals that I usually look for to declare we are gonna retrace now. We do that pretty reliably here. We're pretty good at it. But assuming that the low is in for this sell-off, in the short term, we'd be looking for 66.5, and then we'd be looking down again. If we see a rejection or selling at 66.5, maybe looking down again and hoping we don't see a lower low. But this is kind of the path that I'm seeing based on the time frames. Our lower time frames don't really show reversal yet. Still leaning ugly, but then the 30 to hour looking good. So to me, that means we're likely going to see a retracement in this daily. Where that retracement goes, we don't know. When we get out to like the 2 hour, looks ugly again. So that retracement may fail. That's why I've added this arrow. That retracement may fail. It's going to come down to, in my opinion, my least favorite thing, the dollar. Luckily, the dollar closed its hourly and we have a tiny red candle. That isn't really relevant yet. I'd like to see a little bit more there, a little more red on the dollar. Though we do have our first signs, like this is the first consecutive string of red candles we've had on the 5 minute. Okay, actually, cool. This might line up with it. So even if the dollar is going to continue up higher, right, to that 95, maybe 96, our retracement levels, even if it does, it's very probable that the dollar will do it in this fashion. 94.65 is such a significant level to the dollar that to not see it back tested would be very surprising to me. Doesn't necessarily have to do it right here. It could move up more, then come back. Intraday here, maybe it looks something more like that. So even if we are going to continue up, I do expect it to pull back to 94.65 or in that range. And when we do, we're likely to see Bitcoin release some of that pressure above it. It could look like this. Actually, this chart story is starting to make a lot of sense. Starting to make a lot of sense. It's weird how beautiful this chart is. Like the symmetry. Golden pocket. Yes. Swing high to swing low. You broke the swing low. You moved to the measured move. Measured move right at the golden pocket. 63 may be the bounce. I just don't have the confidence because the chart isn't showing me that yet. I don't have the confidence to declare it. We're going to have to see some kind of divergence, some kind of momentum waning off, and we just really don't have that. The 5 minute is looking way too ugly still for me to be confident in that retracement. But if we ignore our indicators and we look at just our candles here, we do see something here that could suggest it. The response to 63K on the 5 minute, having that buying impulse come in, wasn't enough alone. But what we've seen afterwards is building confidence for me here. So we had a sharp decline, some kind of relief, but what happened after that relief is the energy of the selling seems to be shrinking. The red candles on the 5-minute here, we see the bodies were increasing in size. They were increasing in momentum. They were getting stronger. After that bounce, and this is again on the 5-minute, we're doing some really low time frame TA we don't usually do. But right here, we see the candles of our bodies have shrunk. They were getting bigger. We had a bounce, and now they've shrunk. This can be, and actually commonly is, a sign of exhaustion. So we may have seen selling exhaustion here. These buyers, this is one of the rare times I'll use volume. Okay, volume I think is backing me on this 5-minute here. You might not be able to see it because it's very faint. I'll make it darker. Volume may be backing me right here on this target. So we saw large volume on the sell-off on the 5-minute. We responded. The market responded with a strong 5-minute buying candle. Didn't bullish engulf, so didn't get my hopes up. But what I like here is the volume on the sell-off was slightly lower than the resulting volume on this green candle. So to me in the market, what that's showing is probably stop losses and such being hit. Either way, market sells down to 63K. Once that was met, market buys came in with more volume. Sucks that it didn't push price higher. That would have been a much better signal, much clearer, more confident signal. We didn't get it. But the volume being higher here, and I rarely use volume in this way, is leaning towards that selling wave was consumed by buyers. So far, higher low, those candles on these selling body, or on these red candles, I can barely speak, man. I'm so dazed. I'm like dazed right now. Shrinking is another signal of that exhaustion. I'm digging it. I'm just waiting for our indicators to show us. I'm waiting for our indicators to say, hey, there's divergence here. There's a reason that you should be looking for a reversal. The price targets that it's hit, the response to it, I think are pretty good so far. This is looking better. 63, kind of looking like it's held here. Pulled back up, and then 64.25 or other level, now maybe acting as support. Still need a little more. We're going to have to hang out here a little longer for confirmation. But that's pretty. That's pretty. Let's draw this a little prettier. Let's hope that holds. Let's hope that holds. If that holds, then we're going to be looking back up in this zone. Let's see if our fib tool agrees. Oh, man. What's up, dudes? What's up, dudes and dudettes? Yeah, there we go. 16182. Is that 67.6? Not bad. Not bad. What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome for the first time viewers. We have 1,600 viewing. I don't know how this is possible. I'm not sure that it's real. I don't think we've ever had 1,600 viewers. But if we do have 1,600 viewers, that means there's a lot of new eyes here. And I welcome you. We're live here all the time doing analysis. Our channel is an analysis channel. Maybe isn't the most, I don't know, clickbaitish all the time. Not always that exciting. We look at charts and we look for what the charts are telling us. We don't go into the charts looking for something. And we have a pretty good track record. I think we've been doing it about 2.5 years. We have a pretty solid track record of calling price action. So welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the content. It might be a little confusing at first. The longer you stay here, the more you tune in, the more sense it will make. I know some of the terminology can be confusing, especially when you start. There's a lot to learn. But we are a channel dedicated to learning and to remaining emotionally neutral and chill. Getting hyped and getting scared does not result in good trading. And so we turn to the charts and we say, hey, charts, take our emotions away. And let's look at this mathematically or technically. Yeah, we're live here almost every day. put out content all the time. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and smash the like button. We're going to make it to 50,000 subscribers here. We just broke 40,000, I think, at the end of last month, and we're on our way to 50, and with your help, we'll get there. Jump in the Discord. Jump in the Discord to keep up with our live streams. YouTube shadow bans us, especially when it gets extra spicy. I can't believe we're not shadow banned today. Extra spicy today. Jump in the Discord so you won't miss any of our live streams or emergency streams. Verify once you're in there. Really easy if you're not a bot. Check out the patrons. Still time to sign up for the patron. In fact, we had some patrons sign up recently. There we go. Maybe we got our bounce. Great group. If you're looking to invest in yourself as a trader, patrons for you. Comes with macro market insights, exclusive technical analysis, trade setups, all kinds of goodies. Maybe I'll show that quick. Boom. There also is one-on-one crypto mentoring available. There's only one slot remaining because someone took one very recently. You can see this is very active. Tom Crown's posted 9 times in the last week. Bitcoin targets, macro market, scalp trades, intelligence reports, trade setups. It's got it all. Check it out. Check her out. Don't blame me if you don't check it out right now, because I'm watching the chart. 5 minute is starting to look better. So VWAP's coming back up, finally. Need to see a little more follow through on the 5 here. That low in money flow on the 5 is savage, though. It's going to be a really low point. It's going to, I'm not sure where. Maybe October 31st is the last time we saw it this low. And we should see what happened there. Nothing. Oh, here we go. Back here? I'm confused now. It said the 30th. We didn't have a low there. Maybe worth pointing out. We have seen a lot of this price action on this climb. You know, we've seen a lot of these wicks. We've seen a very strong wick November 3rd, very strong wick October 28th. There's more, but on the 5 minute, it'll take too long to find. This is not unusual. What would be unusual, though, is if prices pulled down here and we don't see a recovery. So on these wicks before, in fact, not only did we see recovery, we saw pushes above where we fell from. So that's what we're going to be hoping to see. This could take into the end of the day. In reality, it could even be by the end of the week. But the quicker it happens, the more confidence, or the better I think we'll all feel about it. Interesting. The weekly candle. So we don't have a new weekly low from this sell-off. But our weekly candle briefly turned red today. Now we're back in green. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. We see that happen a lot when the market is bullish. We'll see these a high time frame, trend in one direction, flip for a second. Rico, where are you, man? When was the example I'm thinking of? I forget what it was. We saw the weekly flip red for like 1 second after being green, and then I think we've gone up since then. I can't remember when that was. I'm on the spot. But our weekly, still green. Momentum still looking very strong on the weekly, even at this level. Market cipher looking good too. It's interesting because I think everyone today, and by all the viewers, I think you agree, we can feel this move, right? You felt it right here in your chest. You probably feel a little nauseous. Probably feel maybe pissed off. I don't know. We feel it. But in perspective, really nothing has happened. This weekly candle was red for a quarter second. That likely trapped a lot of bots. Maybe some macro players saw a red candle, sold their position. But the fact that it went right back to green for me is pretty darn bullish. Pretty darn bullish. Closing the week red, that'll be a different story, but does not look like it, at least at this point. Even on the daily, this is not a beautiful candle by any means. But even on the daily, nothing has changed on this. Like, there's no lower low. November 6th is down all the way down here at 60,000. Unbreached. This is honestly, you know what? This is actually really cool. This looks on the daily, maybe a clean chart. This even looks almost exactly like what we've been seeing in the last few days. Like, look at this. This is very similar. We're seeing big bodied green candles that get sold off. There's more time selling, but price isn't really impacted. Same thing happened here. 3 long days of up, down wicks everywhere, just to, boom, move up again, happen again, move up again. So this is actually, on the daily, very reminiscent of what we've been seeing all November. What that would imply, if we're going to follow this exactly, is tomorrow, maybe another red day, but the lows aren't significant. So if we follow the pattern, maybe another red day, maybe a slightly lower low, settles up somewhere lower, whatever, maybe down here, and then the day after that, boom, green candle. That would follow the pattern we've seen all November perfectly. Doesn't guarantee by any means that it will continue on that pattern, but I think that's pretty easy to see. I think that's a pretty clear-cut thing. It's like, this is the pattern in which we are growing. So, and maybe we'd see the same thing again. On a greater picture, likely to create a broadening ascending wedge, something like that. Yeah, actually, I feel way better. I wasn't actually concerned, but I feel better looking at the daily, because this is just par for the course, man. It's like an exact repeat. Big green. Slow, painful reds, followed by big green. I dig it. This did throw me through a loop a little bit, as that 66 level I was pretty confident was going to hold, and I think if we look at the lower time frames, yeah. Look at the lower time frames. Price beautifully bounced it and set a higher high. This is a pretty savage fake out. This is going to definitely hurt some people's wallets. Well, leverage traders' wallets. Holding spot, who cares? This is a pretty savage fake out, though. To backtest that daily resistance as support and then put in a higher high and a new all-time high, only to dunk back down below it. That's got to put a lot of people in a bad position. That's definitely going to. I think my only concern in the short term here is a retracement back to what was support briefly, what was resistance back here. That's $500 lower than our retracement target if the low is in. It's closer to our 0.5. My only concern here would be on a return to 66, selling. If we see a strong selling response at 66,000, this will get sketchy. This will put me in a less comfortable position. Certainly, that would not even, that wouldn't be like bull market ending in my mind, but it would be very threatening, at least to Q4, or maybe we'll go smaller, at least to this month. A rejection from 66K would be threatening for November. So that's what we're gonna hope isn't happening. Wow, guys, holy shizzle. The video I put out, what is going on? Is YouTube loving our channel? Check this out. The video I put out today is the best performing video I've ever released already. 6.3 thousand views in an hour and 10 minutes. Usually our videos don't get 6.3 thousand views ever. Wow, what is happening? Did we break through onto the other side of the YouTube algorithm? I'm actually confused as to what's happening. Maybe we're finally getting the respect we deserve. I don't know. We're here all the time. I don't know. Maybe someday. 15 didn't close the way we're looking. But Market Cypher is a little more bullish on the 15 than it was. We can see bullish divergence potentially forming on RSI even, as our lowest point in RSI is actually right here, not here. Since our RSI is coming down and our price did not come down, we could have bullish divergence there. We would expect to see that on the 5-minute and we don't. So I'm not really confident in that quite yet. And the 5-minute got my hopes up and is dumping on them again. Dumping on them again. Looks like we're forming a symmetrical triangle. People like to call these bear and bull flags, but I don't believe that that's a good term for them because they don't really play that way. Looks like our highs are coming down, our lows are coming up. Symmetrical triangle. That's really a neutral pattern in Bitcoin. Symmetrical triangle. Doesn't really lean one way or the other. Which sucks because it doesn't really give us any edge. But we can look at this zoomed in and extrapolate. Let's see. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. Move back up 1 minute. Let's watch it on like the 2-second. There we go. Now we're nice and zoomed in. Whew, all right. I think I'm finally calm a little bit. I don't know if I should be. How are all these people here? Who are you guys? Welcome. Thanks for being here. I have no idea what's happening. I can't even read the chat. Edwin's Generation. I noticed the check mark. Don't think you've ever been suggesting your channel before. YouTube's showing me a little extra love. If anybody knows, it's Edwin. Edwin's played this game. He knows how it goes. I don't know what's happening, man. This is wild. You the man, Gilbert. Good to see you, brother. What's up, Vincent? No panic? Excellent. Excellent. You're doing well, then. Just wanted to catch Stumped Alive, dude. That's how I felt. I was like, I know people are going to watch. I know people are going to want some love today. So I did a double dip, released a video, and then ended up going live instantly. Sasha Sanchez. How you doing, darling? YouTube knows I come to say hi. Good. Good, good. Feed flicks. The way my G said ever. Deserve that love and respect. Dude, what? Everybody's loving on me. This is weird. What's happening? Why are people loving on me? Bitcoin's red. Guys, when Bitcoin's red, everyone hates me. Those are the rules. You're not allowed to be loving on me right now. You're supposed to be hating. Tom's a bull and Bitcoin went down. Yeah, stuff doesn't go up forever. It goes up and down. Wild, though. Quick, somebody spit some toxicity at me so I can feel normal. Taylor Patton. That LTC BTC pair you called a while ago did your bag pretty well. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's be real about that one. What's up, moderation? Let's be real about that one. I've always loved Litecoin. I've always believed in Litecoin. It's my largest bag. It's one of the only coins in my portfolio that didn't like super perform yet. And it was my opinion that was just going to be a matter of time. It broke kind of its historic monthly low. And so I made a video about it being undervalued because that's how I view coins. Low valuation against BTC historic lows to me means undervaluation. I put the video out and like, damn, like, I guess, I mean, I got a little lucky there. Like, is this the one with the tags? Literally this, like, let's be real. I didn't know that it was the exact bottom. Nobody knew. But that is wild. Like, this happened. I may have called the exact bottom of LTC BTC. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. Hopefully you guys made mad money from that. Like, I know my portfolio is very happy. Even after this crazy wick from everything selling off right now, LTC BTC is still up almost 40%. My portfolio is exploding. The only thing that makes me uncomfortable here with LTC BTC is like this wick is awesome, but until we get back to 0.005, we can't trade, like until we trade above that, we don't really have a macro higher high, and we are in a position to end up like this wick. Now, clearly this isn't the same. You can see that visually, like this wick was in one day up, down, back, close. Like we've closed some solid candles, so this closing here or lower, whatever, wouldn't look exactly like that, but it would be uncomfortable. Break 0.05 on LTC BTC and like it's all on. It's all on. It's just ready to go. Check this out. So our theory here of a symmetrical triangle is playing out. I wish that gave us a more confident trade. But there we go. We're just... I guess we're just finding the symmetry of it here as price putting in another lower high and another higher low. These tend to play out and then break strongly in one direction or the other. A symmetrical triangle doesn't have a bias, unfortunately. It doesn't lean bullish, doesn't lean bearish. Honestly, I'm not shaken by this. So, in my mind, market's trending up. When you have a 50-50, when you have something that doesn't favor one side or the other, you lean back, you consult the trend. The trend is still up, in my opinion. So, likely see a retracement. 66. 665. More worried about what happens there. Dude, I'm blown away by all these people, man. $5 LRC is the future. I mean, you watch our videos. I mean, you'd know that's the page we're on. We've had some wild calls lately, though, for real, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to these like little videos I put out, but we've had some wild calls. LRC being one of them. Like, that thing smashed 270. I don't know, like instantly after our video. KDA, like hitting $20 right after our video. I don't believe that all these viewers and people and stuff right now is because we've been on fire. But like, I feel as if that should happen. I don't have the faith that that is actually what happened. LTC USD definitely hurting here today. Definitely hurting. But man, how much is that? Went up to $300 today, right? Litecoin for 300. I think we filmed that video recently at like 220, 210. That's a big gain. These have been happening right after I filmed them. I have a weird suspicion. Do you think whales are like following me around, watching our videos and then like messing with the charts? Probably. Ooh, good reminder here. On this sell-off, look at BAT showing strength on the sell-off. In our video, we're looking for a dollar entry. $1.02 today. With that moving average setup, man, like BAT is a centralized coin. It's never going to be like one of my favorite coins. I like the browser. But this is wild, dude. The moving averages here. This setup is so much power. That resistance, rejecting price, holding a dollar sets you up for some silliness. I'm surprised, actually. I'm very surprised BAT is showing so much strength. These just don't... None of these extensions lead anywhere. It's weird to me with BAT. These moving averages are going to... They're going to demand price move, though. You almost never see this happen. And you almost never, ever see it happen and not result in a large move. So I'm still waiting on that. I think $1's still the entry. I think we might have missed it by 2 cents. I'm trying to think what other coins we even looked at recently. Poor people with the stop loss, mini coma, dude, right? Exactly. This is why leverage trading is not the ideal. Not the ideal in crypto, man. Spot is king. Leverage is for shorts. Spot is for longs. When you're in spot, stop losses, at least talking about Bitcoin, not really as important. You can always wait it out with Bitcoin. Where are we going? Dude, we are in such neutral territory here. We're in such neutral territory. I mean, it's like this is looking like it caught at our measured move, at our golden pocket. 63,000 could be the low for today. We just don't have anything yet. Hourly slowly rolling over. 15 minutes still pretty ugly. 5 minutes still hideous. Like, we're consolidating. We're consolidating here. We don't have an up or down move yet. You can even see that. Like, look at this. This is actually pretty cool. It's talking about this candle exhaustion here. We're actually seeing it again. It's pretty wild. Momentum, growing, 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 growing. Volume, buyers come in at 63 at the measured move, at the golden pocket. Buyers come in with stronger volume. Price moves back up. Momentum to the downside, though our indicators don't see it, our candlesticks do. These small body closing candles, very tiny, showing exhaustion. A little burst off of our 618. And now we're having these tiny candles again. To me, it looks like sellers got exhausted right here on that 5-minute candle. Volume is, you can't make that definitive claim on the 5-minute, but you can think about it. This higher volume shows that at that price point, more buyers came in. They absorbed that selling. They absorbed the momentum that was building. And then that is proven here as price consolidates. So a new seller or that same seller could come in and sell and push the market down. But whatever was driving this down was absorbed. The logical, I think, would be we're going to move back up. We're going to look to retrace. This move is so violent, it was so strong, that we're going to look for a retrace. I don't like saying it until I have enough confidence, until a chart shows me enough that I feel like that I see a reversal. I don't see it yet. But if we do, I mean, we're looking for 66, we're looking for 66.5. No, the 0.5, the 0.618 retrace. And what happens there is going to be more important. It's going to be more important. What we do want to keep in mind is this market is like a bow and arrow. When you draw it in one direction, if you pull back the bow, the farther back you pull that bow, the faster, the stronger the arrow shoots forward. So with this move, this very strong move to the downside, we get new upside targets. If price is pulled down lower than it has gone today, we see a new low in today's candle, these targets will move up. Using the exact same tools, the exact same analysis that was suggesting 63K. It also suggests that if we break past our high, if I can click it. My computer's being weird today. If we break past our high, that we would be looking for these targets. This is the same analysis used to try to identify where we might catch this knife. We just don't have it yet, man. This hourly candle hasn't really even traded up enough to even tease a bullish engulf. Maybe it's the 4-hour. Maybe we're waiting for the 4-hour to close. 4 hours isn't really anything either. I like the bottom wick. We're holding that bottom wick into these closes. It's right back to our area where we consolidated after reaching a new all-time high, broke through that all-time high, back testing that area. I mean, this is like a story. This is a typical story. It's good stuff. I think it is very, I can do this. I think it's likely that the low is in today. I think it is I think that probability favors that the low is in today. There you go. Doesn't mean that we're going to fly up to those 70s today. Let's see, 73,129, 75,8. Those are pretty good. Typically what I do here is I look for it to align with other Fibonacci extensions and retracements. This one's pretty good. That one's pretty good, actually. 73.1 to 73.5. That's not a bad zone. The overlapping of these extensions usually builds confidence for me. Let's see. Maybe there's a bigger one. Let's try this. Nothing. We're just fishing for extensions here. I don't know. 100K, man. I don't... 100K. Like, there you go. Boom. How it gets there, what path it takes, who knows? Always look at the macro. Macro is more important. What's the big picture telling you? Today's spooky. That's what the little picture's telling you. The big picture's telling you there's nothing spooky about it. Man, these targets. Fire. Do you guys watch the video before this, or did you tune into this and then learn about the video today, I wonder? There's that video I released minutes before. Let's do a poll. Let's do 63,000, 61,500. We'll add more. What do we got? 6,300 and the 8,749. Should this be for today or for this week? Maybe this. We'll do today. I'll say this. Here, there's a pull up. Right, I'm about to hit submit. There's a poll up. One of the answers to this poll, I don't know which one, one of these four is the answer. One of these four will be the low today. I vote 63. I think the low's in for today. Tomorrow we could see a lower low. Like we were saying, that fits our pattern. That fits the November daily candlestick pattern that we've seen. Big green, 1, 2, 3 days of painful slow red, back to big green. I think the low's in today. We could see a slightly lower low tomorrow, maybe down to 61.5, maybe down to 60. Though I kind of doubt the 60. I think 61.5 is as low as we can go to stick to this pattern. That fits what we're seeing on the daily. Easy peas. I like it. Vote in that poll. 257 votes in like a second. Bro, Chuckle's shirt. YouTube hasn't recommended me one of your videos in weeks. I've been subscribed since summer. Dudes, I don't know what's going on today, but I love you all, and this is wild. I mean, there's clearly some bots here. There's always some bots. But, like, bros, I'm hearing that a lot, that, like, people don't get recommended our videos. This is the first time they've seen it. They're getting recommended today. I'm blown away. We have never had this many people watching. I love it. You guys are awesome. I love every single one of you for being here. We have 1,000 freaking likes. I might cry. Holy hell. With happiness. Tears of joy. I tear up a little bit. This is pretty intense. I love you all too. Wow. I'm floored. Just chilling. Fire sale. Dude. Relish the fire sales. Relish them. Sergio, what's up, man? Just joined, looking for live analysis. That's what we do, baby. Welcome. Never heard of you. Sick listening to the gimmick, spying nonsense. Chill's more legit. Jacob, I want to, like, pin that comment, buddy. I'm going to pin your comment. What a wonderful comment. Never heard of you, but I'm sick and tired of listening to gimmick nonsense. Your channel is more legit. I will say with total confidence, guys, our channel, like, we're legit. All we do is analysis. Like, we don't do hype. We don't do, but we don't do, I don't know, like, we don't do any of that, whatever everyone else does. We just look at the chart. Sometimes the chart doesn't tell us the right answers. I'd like to think more often it does give us the right answer than not. But that's it. We don't make stuff up. We don't like drill in news to, you know, make people click. Like, sometimes we'll put clickbait title and thumbnail, but like we just do TA. That's it. We look at the chart. Chart tells us what it tells us. We try to interpret it. I love you guys to disagree, to do your own analysis, to come in here and be like, what about this? Like, show me new things. I love it. Every day I learn. I've been doing this for years and years, and every day I learn something new from you guys. Baltazar doesn't like kale. That's unfortunate. Any analytical thoughts on Evergrande? Honestly, that's not my area of expertise. I don't want to misquote anything. But I think what I can say with confidence is there's financial uncertainty there, right? We're seeing flight. Certainly from Evergrande, we're seeing flight. Here we go. Dollar hourly candle still red. Bitcoin all of a sudden trending up. I mean, that's exactly as predicted. It says, look for the red Dixie candle, love a green Bitcoin candle. There we are. I think that that's proof in the pudding. But we're seeing capital flight from Evergrande at least. And with the dollar pushing up, that backs up that theory. Dollar moves up because people are selling assets for dollars. They're seeking shelter from uncertainty. That's my thoughts. I don't know much about Evergrande. I have like the idea, I have the thought, the whatever concept of it, but I'm not an expert. You guys can share your opinions here about what you think. There's no crying on YouTube, says Troy Hicks. Disagree. There's lots of crying, bud. Lots of crying. Greetings from Chile. Shout out to all of our Chilean brothers and sisters. Brutal pain. How you doing, Rajendra? Sapkota. Epidemic. How you doing, man? You saved him a lot of money. Cool. If you've been watching this channel for as long as we've been doing it, I imagine you're doing well financially. We've never been bearish on Bitcoin. There's times where we don't think it's going up, but we have always held the belief that Bitcoin was going to set higher highs, even when people told us that's impossible. Bitcoin will never break 20K. People used to tell me Bitcoin would never be 10,000. Never traded 10,000. Then Bitcoin traded to 20,000. Then people told me Bitcoin will never trade at 20,000 again. Then Bitcoin broke 20,000. And now people are telling me Bitcoin won't trade to, I don't know, what's the next number, 1 million? I'll tell you a secret. It will. Probably not as quickly as you want it to, or whatever you're imagining, probably not. But it'll get there eventually. Whatever number, pick a number. Bitcoin will get there eventually. It always has. It is always overshot, and it has always undershot whatever targets people make. The highest you think it'll go higher. The lowest you think it'll go lower. That's the one consistent theme I have found in Bitcoin. All expectations are wrong. It will do whatever it has to do. That's how I feel. It does look as if our symmetrical triangle is broken here. This is no longer symmetrical. That's okay. I think this is leaning a little more bullish. We're starting to see what is potentially flat top forming. It's not quite there yet. I'd like this 15-minute to close a little higher, and then I'll be more confident on that. 30-minute, finally momentum may be waning. Finally. Still too much time to count this candle. But the 30-minute, as we were saying when we looked at this first, the 30-minute weirdly is leaning bullish, despite most of the other time frames not. 30 and 45-minute. There's the VWAP right here. This is what we were talking about earlier in the episode. There's the VWAP hitting 0 on this candle. Momentum potentially waning off now on this candle at the same time. It's weird. Weird. 45-minute waiting for it to follow suit, but we can see that it's following that same route, looking to roll over. Now we just need to translate it out to the hourly. The hourly reached negative money flow. This is Market Cipher. My link in the video description below with a promo code. If you use, promo code Crown Promo, you get 25% off. Links in the video. I like this tool. It's up to you if you want it. I like using it. Hourly money flow fell to red, right? Fell negative. Last time was November 4th. Hasn't been that long. We were hoping for it not to. We were hoping for it to just rally back up. But we could have a very brief trip here. The hourly does look like it wants to move back up. It's weird. It's weird. Because we don't see it on lower time frames. Typically we do. I don't know. This TA does kind of seem like it's on point here. Stopped at the measured move. Stopped in the golden pocket. Hourly settled up at the 1618. Now we have green. We just don't have the retracement. We don't have the upside thrust yet. Giggity. That's what she said. We're just waiting. Waiting on the world to change. I'm overwhelmed, guys. I don't even know. And I didn't know what to say to all these new people. I love you guys. You're awesome. Stick around. We do this all the time. Man. Hurry up. Hurry up, Bitcoin. If this blasts off right now, man, so many more people will join. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I've missed all the super chats. I hadn't turned off because it was too wild. I had to focus. But let's do some shout outs. What's up, Ryan Burnett? Subscribing Keith Tio, Adriano Tossetto, Tom Cat That. That's a good name. Georgie, Ken Mitt, Neter, Matt V. Nikonov, Sergio Escobar. What's up, man, again? Georgie. Let's see, man. They just keep popping up. Jeffrey Dockett, so happy for your big day, big stream. Right on. Right on. I'll replay these. I appreciate you, Jeffrey.
So happy for you today. Big stream.
I don't understand what's happening. Love you, brother. Thanks for being here every day. Peter Totosi. What's up, man? DJ Tronic. Let's see if I can play that. What's up, EDC Mike? I love EDC, bro. Wow, I'm going to replay all these super chats because I didn't get them.
I am a subscriber, but today I was just looking for someone in BTC Broadcasting Live and you were IT.
It's going to play a bunch of them. I guess it's not going to play all of them. I don't know why this doesn't work. Here we go.
Watch DXY. Breaking out.
Oh, that was... Oh, those are yen. I thought he tipped 450 euros and then 899 euros. I was like, holy crap. That was it 38 minutes ago, so he's probably gone. But yeah, that's what this was all about.
Just
Those are yen.
11K, what about you?
Oh, man. September 29th. Sorry, Cal J. My bad, dude. You were looking at this? 29th September. Oh, yeah, I was not on, huh? 29th of September. I mean, that doesn't really make any more sense either, though, dude. Not gonna lie. We can do it this way. Just gonna keep going.
The 29th of September, not October, look longer.
Look longer. Sorry, Cal J. My bad, dude. Oh, man. Mr. Golem. My whole rig isn't working well right now. There we go.
Guess who just limit long that giant red wick? In and out in 30 seconds. I know, Tom, I should be more careful, but this is addicting.
That addiction is real. Be careful. Those are INR, not yen. My bad. Thank you for the knowledge. I thought they were euros. I was about to crap my pants. Tip 99 BTC. Someday.
Just lost 11K, what about you?
None. Zero. Zero-K. Let's see. I bet my portfolio... Unrealized, I'm sure my portfolio is down. Ooh, yeah, it is down unrealized. Holy crap. You guys want to know how much my portfolio is down? Unrealized, so not actual losses. Just like they weren't actual gains. About 50 grand. That's wild. Guys, when I started this journey, I didn't have 50 grand to lose. I was making like $36,000 a year and just tucking away DCA style buying Bitcoin for years. Now I can lose 50 grand in a day in my portfolio. And it's just a normal day. Just a normal, what is it? It's a normal Wednesday, down 50 grand. You'll get there too. All you have to do is wait. You just gotta wait and hold. Like, that's it. Promise. If you buy Bitcoin and wait 4 years, you wait 8 years, you wait 12 years, you too will laugh at losing 50K in a day. You will lull it. Come on, bounce. I do like that we are forming a flatter top. Flatter top is leaning more on the more to the upside. We had a symmetrical triangle. We broke it. Now it's looking more like a flat top with an ascending lows. That's 66K, 66.5, yeah. Hopper Coppers, appreciate you going live when the shit hits the fan. None of the other bigs were on. Well, I'm not a big one, but well, boys, I'm not afraid of some fire. You know, all the other creators. You know what? I'll say this: not all of them, and with none specifically in mind. When I say this, but pretty much everybody, pretty much everyone was bearish. May, June, July, August, September. Almost all of their channels were bearish. We were bullish the entire time. We never went bearish. This doesn't scare me.
Great content as usual, Tom Crown. Your Patreon group has made me a crypto millionaire this year. Feels good to learn, good brother.
Right on, Golem. Love your brother. Casually lost 11K. Hope that's not leverage. You have 1.9 mil in SHIB, sports entertainment. I hope you mean you have 1.9 mil SHIB. I hope you don't mean you have $1.9 million worth of SHIB. What's up, Bamf Kitten? I like that name. 7th of September sell-off comparison. It's not a bad question. Not even close. Like, look, this is a big value of our channel. Just perspective. What's happened today feels bad. What's happened today in perspective? Nothing. Nothing at all. What is that t-shirt I'm wearing? CoinGecko.com. They don't sponsor me. That's okay. Tom Inu Coin. What's up, false flags? Sylv, how you doing, darling? Bullish crypto. Dude, I have no idea what's going on today. I have no idea what's going on today. It's wild. Like, I know what's going on with the chart. I don't know what's going on with this stream. Stop what I'm doing. Look at the biggest liquidation. All right. Corn.tools, real cool site. Am I missing one? It only looks like 2.2. Oh. Hello. Hello. 18 million XBT. Looks like 2 hours ago. Did you post it, Rico? You know I can't do anything while I'm live, dude.
I appreciated you going on live when the shit was hitting the fan. None of the other bigs were on.
Right on. That's what we do. I'm not afraid. We weren't afraid at 30. We're not afraid now. The block. Does this have liquidations? I don't even know where to look for them anymore.
Stop what you were doing and look at the biggest liquidation, lol lol lol.
What I'm only seeing 2.2. I'm only seeing shorts also. Rico, you gotta link me, bro. You gotta smack me with that link. No, I don't want. There's an ad. Everything's okay. Zoom out, get some perspective. Nothing has happened. Tomorrow we could. We're almost saying tomorrow it's likely we trade slightly lower, not a meaningful amount. Not a meaningful amount lower. Slightly lower. Slightly lower low. That fits what we've seen all month. Green candles, slow bleed. Green candles, slow bleed. Green candles. Well, see another red, slightly lower low. Not crazy. Then green candle. That would follow the pattern. So far, virtually nothing has happened. This chart gonna reflect well, it seems. This chart's gonna look good in hindsight. We had a swing low to a swing high. We came back to the golden pocket. We had a swing low to a swing high. The golden pocket didn't hold. The low broke, and it moved to the measured move. $63,000. Put a video out before this happened. which is apparently blowing the F up. You guys are awesome for that. I don't know how. That video has 10,000 views in an hour and 45 minutes. The video I put out has 10,000 views. What in the earth is actually happening? Maybe I should just get real ballsy and well, I did say I think the low's in. Maybe I should just get real ballsy because there's so many people watching and so many viewers today. And just be like, there's a reversal. Boom. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I wouldn't do that just for the views. No. I don't see it yet. I like what we're seeing now, but we don't have it yet. We don't have the thing I'm looking for, usually. Can't be described really in one word what that is. But if I want to be ballsy, this is what I would say. Take risks, right? TA worked out so far. Market highly bullish. Let's look for a golden pocket, right? Let's look for the golden pocket retrace. That's logical. 66.5. 66.8 area for the golden pocket. Yeah. Yeah.
When the market is in disarray, I come to Tom for stability. Respect from the TSOC crew.
Is it still is it still TOSC? Bleh. Is it still TOC? I thought you had a different name now. Shout out to Martin wherever you are. Dude, false flags, I don't know, man. Did you rig the algo? Someone rigged the algo. K-Van, top tier YouTuber, you made it. Guys, don't get me like, I'm gonna get like hyped and euphoric and think like this is real life. I'm kind of assuming it's just bots and stuff, right? I'm the only one streaming and releasing videos at the moment. Maybe it's finally time that like my knowledge of the market and of charts, maybe it's finally time to shine through. Most creators just kind of make content based on what people are feeling that day and reinforce it, and that's pretty much the opposite of what we do. And so we don't typically get shown by YouTube because people don't want that. They want confirmation bias. Maybe today, no one has the balls to step up to this price action. I do. I have the balls to call upside on it. It's not balls, just chart. Am I really the only one live? Is this what happens when no one else is live? I'm blown away. Good. Okay, yeah, BYBT. Fair enough. BYBT also a random note here. I guess they've rebranded as CoinGlass, which is like a cool name. Out of the blue, though. Out of the blue. Still can go to bybt.com and still will redirect you to CoinGlass. Great site if you guys have never used bybt.com. CoinGlass.com. A lot of great information here. It's all free too, which is really great. Okay. Liquidations in the last 24 hours. 170,000 traders were liquidated. The largest single liquidation order happened.
BYBT click liquidations. Laugh in that order.
Laugh in that order. The largest liquidation happened on ADA USD, a $65 million long. I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at liquidations on this site before.
Perspective equals look at November 9 to 12 th 2017 bull run. Could this mirror that exactly then pump 251%? Yep.
Justin Cully. I mean, we can look at that, but could this mirror that, and could this lead up to 250%? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's what's going on. Here, like this answers the whole question. Let's zoom out. Here we go. Here's what's going on. This is exactly the same thing that happened back here. I don't know if you can see that back here. Bitcoin broke to a new high. It moved to the 618. Measured move extension. This is what happened in the last cycle, which is just real quick. It's the exact same thing. 1618, 62,300. We went a little higher, right? But I think that's darn close enough. Right here, that's also the 1618 of the previous high, which is like here. Same thing. So now what? Now we've broken it. Now we move to the 2 to our measured move, man. 125,000. That's what happened. That's what's good. That's the only thing I see happening. Could we trade lower between then and now? Yeah.
Thanks
Probably
for
will.
Staying calm during the drop. I got to get better at shutting off my emotions. You got any advice for that?
Yeah, dude, of course. Lorenzo, thanks for the chiff. Staying calm during the drop, man. Yeah, I can speak to everybody, I think, just direct to that feeling. If you are feeling unable to stay calm, right? I think first you have to reflect on why. Are you afraid of losing money? Everyone's afraid of losing money. But what are the consequences? What are the consequences of that? To someone who's investing correctly, the consequences are, oh, that sucks. You know, didn't go your way. The consequences to someone who is overinvested, who has put in money they can't afford to lose, those consequences are bigger. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to buy food, something. Think about the consequences. That is where those feelings are coming from. You're fearing the outcome. If you're getting emotional, you're either using leverage or you're overinvested. To really calm down your emotions, all you have to do is not be overinvested. You need to approach investing in a responsible manner. I'm not saying you didn't, Lorenzo, because even if you do, you will feel this a little bit. But the more meaningful your investment, the more meaningful the money is that you put into an investment to you and your life and your stability and your, everything, the more emotions you're going to feel. So my advice to everyone is, if this freaks you out, you got a long road ahead of you. Because I just said 125K, and before 125K, or maybe at whatever, we will see much scarier days than this. This is not a scary day so far. We will see much scarier. Not going to make it if this is making you think about quitting. But instead of quitting, what if you just reduced your investment? Reduced your investment to a level that there aren't consequences for. I said earlier, the way I got into crypto, I wasn't making a lot of money. I was making 36K or something a year, and I was just tucking away every week or whatever, every paycheck, a little bit. And it didn't feel like a lot, and it felt like it would never be worth anything. I thought I was too late, but I just kept doing it slowly, tiny amounts. I did it in a way where my budget, my life wasn't impacted.
Yay, yay, yay. TSO crypto. Respect, regardless.
Respect, TSO. Where's Martin? I gotta get Martin on here again. But I did it in a way, so that slow approach, I never had to feel that way because I never was at risk of not paying my rent or not eating or not doing whatever. That's the most important factor.
Well done for coming to Tom on a day like this. Tom won't tell you what you want to hear. He'll tell you what is going on. All of us in his Patreon watched that dip in full control.
True that. True that. Also, that's a good point, Steve. Of course, I could say join our Patreon, which I think is a good idea. But in reality, filter the information around you. Filter the people, the voices, the sources. There's a lot of things in crypto, probably why not everyone's on today, that benefit from creating chaos. Try to remove your ears and eyes from those sources. Crypto news, 99% just BS. Just ignore it. People freak out about everything. They think everything's the best, think everything's the worst. It's just noise. Remove yourself from emotional sources. That's a big step. But it really does break down to, if you freak out over a drop or a pump, you're over invested. It means you've invested too much. That money's too meaningful for you. So take some profit out to a level where you can be comfortable watching it go up and down. And guess what? You've taken profit out. So if it goes down a lot, you have something to buy with. That's also something I find people fear, not being able to buy if it goes down. That's another sign of being overinvested. Overinvestment is like the number one cause of failure. Number one source, easy.
Show them the screenshot of Cowen Gecko page during the maycrashimager.com/a/xn6f21.
CoinGecko page. I can't say I remember off the top of my head. I can't remember anything from that day. I think I can open an Imgur link, though, live. You almost got me. I'm going to do that not on the screen. God knows what will pop up when I do this. There we go. Okay, thank you for not completely trolling me. You never know. I don't click links while I'm live. Wait, this is, Wait, are you talking about May crash? I was like, wait, 31K. I was thinking March crash. Yeah, look at this. This is 24-hour change, minus 30% on Bitcoin, minus 40% on Ethereum, 45% on BNB. This was in May. Today, in comparison, it's not even a day. Nothing's even happened. This is a good perspective, though. It would be really good. Like, look at... I wish I could zoom in. Look at these drops on CoinGecko. So many people sold. So many people bought in at 60 and sold at 30. That's how, I mean, it was a no-brainer, man. People were so bearish. Go back to the videos on our channel from May, June, July. Go back, see what I had to say. I said Bitcoin's going to 48,000. It might go a little bit lower, might see a slightly lower low, but it's going back to 48,000, and what happens there is important. This 30K, not important. Swear. Go back and watch the content. Name anyone else that had that confidence. It blows my mind, though. Blows my mind. There's not every content creator is necessarily gifted or whatever when it comes to TA, or gifted meaning versed. But it blows my mind that nobody was saying that. Why? I don't get it. And I think the answer is most content creators are humans as well and got caught up in their emotions. But if you study the Bitcoin chart long enough and you see a drop like that, the last thing you're going to bet on is another drop. That becomes doubly, triply true when everyone else is betting on another drop. I was on BitBoy live May 17th, 18th, whatever, 19th. And people were saying, oh, it's dead cat bounce. And I said, bros, there's no dead cat bounce yet. We're not anywhere near dead cat bounce. We'll see a dead cat bounce. If we had rejected at 48,000, we'd probably be in a bear market. I'll get to update you guys shortly on my hedge. So I took a hedge short at 48K. Still open, baby. We only hit 69. That liquidates at 70,600. We're going to have a short liquidation celebration on this channel. Let's see what Bybit hit. Haha! My short's still live, baby. It'll be liquidated soon enough. Came within 3% of my lick. Man, I was hoping that would liquidate today. Guess I'll just keep collecting funding fees. We'll celebrate it though. $22,000 position. Who wants to see it liquidate? This guy does. Holy sh... How... Dude, what's happening, man? This is real life. You stream day in and day out for 2 years plus, right? And you never see something like this. Holy moly. We've had like a bunch of people here before. We've had like 600, 700, 800. We had 1,000 maybe. But we had 1,600 here. We still have 1,300 just listening to me ramble. I don't even have any new info for you at this point. It's like we're literally just waiting on the same thing we've been waiting on since this started. And we still have 1,400-ish viewers. This doesn't feel like real life. This is surreal. I'm just a normal dude. I'm just a normal dude who's abnormally obsessed with charts. Where do you think it's going to bounce now? So you say it's tomorrow, it's going lower. So Chi Fireblade, okay, nice name. There's a few pieces of context you have to understand there before because I could just tell by the way you worded it that that context isn't being included. So it's in November so far, this is what we've seen. We can call a rally of a quick, takes a day, maybe 2 days. A fast, kind of explosive rally followed by 3 days of bleedy, sideways, higher high, lower low. What I like to call painful trading. Right here. October 30th, 31st, and the 1st, those are painful trading. November 3rd, 4th, 5th, that's painful trading. Each time we've seen a rally and a higher high. So the context here is if we follow this pattern, tomorrow we may see a lower low. That wouldn't be abnormal. Wouldn't be scary. When I say lower low, I honestly doubt below 61.5. Let's end this poll with 1,600 votes. Holy. That's wild. 63% of you agree with me at 63,000. That's some spicy numbers. 15% at 58.7 on the low today. 61.5, 12%, 6,308%. So that's to follow this. I'd be looking 61.5 probably. It may not come. We can see that in November here. We actually didn't get a lower low here. It was just painful trading. We had a really heavy topside wick, closed lower, and then we were out. So following that pattern is the context. Where I think it will go today in that context, 66, 66.5, 66,000. That was our level that we held as support, was resistance. Losing it, we would expect a back test. We expect a back test. Almost everything gets back tested. When you break something, it comes back. That's why I highly discourage panic trading in general. Because panic trading takes you out of the position before you get a back test. You settle for lower when you could basically just look for a break even, etc. So I would say 66 is where I'm looking. Probable 65 or 66.5. That's our 0.618 retrace. So right here. Right about here. Doesn't happen 100% of the time, but I'll be damned if it doesn't happen way more than any other thing I've ever seen ever in trading. Everything retraces. Nothing goes up forever, nothing goes down forever. This is where we look. When an asset increases in price, here we go. Do it this way. No, go away. I don't want this line in my view. When an asset increases in price, it tends to retrace. What that means is it was increasing, it tends to give up half of those gains. That is a 0.5 retrace. If an asset is selling off, more often than not, it tends to retrace half of what it lost. That's what we say retracements. Probability lies in retracing half, and probability actually does even favor retracing to what we call the golden ratio, the golden pocket, the 618, the golden ratio. In these examples, it looks like this. This is just fundamentally true. I don't know if it's just markets or what. It's just part of the universe. But everything that trends up tends to move back about 618 of its movement. Anything that trends down tends to move up about 618. 61.8%, whatever. If the market finds participants at that golden pocket, which it does often, that's when you see continuation, usually. So this, if we delete these, if we delete this, that probably looks familiar. If we delete this, that probably looks familiar. You've probably seen price action move this way. And that's because almost all price action moves this way. If you don't see it, you've likely just not identified, the swing low and swing high correctly. Ooh, what a wild day, man. What a boring segment of this wild day. Just trading sideways. I do like that it's flattening. If you have trouble seeing what I'm describing here, invert your chart. There you go. You had a high that sold off, and now you have lower highs with a flattened bottom. That's bearish. But since we're inverted, it's not bearish. I'm still looking for the same. New 15-minute. Let's check back in on our indicators. 15 minutes still ugly as anything, which is surprising. MACD being maybe our only somewhat hopeful looking thing. Momentum is totally waned off on the sell side. So it's odd to see a lower low in this candle. We have 13 minutes left in this 15. Very easily can settle up higher. That's what we'd like to see on the 15. We don't have it yet. 5 minute is as ugly as it was when we started. But thank goodness, at least money flow. Looks like it's apexed and is trending off now. VWAP has set a nice high. Right here. I didn't get it perfect. And we see that our VWAP lows actually have been trending up as well. So the 5 minute is not saying, hey, it's moon time. But the 5 minute was saying it's extremely bearish. That's what it was saying when we started. Since we've started, it's saying that bearishness has calmed down, which is funny because we walked through that. How momentum wasn't on our oscillators showing weakness, it wasn't showing reversal, but our chart was. So being a good trader doesn't just come down to using your tools. It comes down to knowing what tools to use. When to use them, what's important. I could see this playing out like this. This is our momentum bands, this blue. I could see this moving back down to 0, really briefly going to negative and then moving back up. Why? Because money flow wants to go back to positive. We're not out of the woods in that scenario, though. There's a ladybug. Dude, my house is overrun by ladybugs right now, and it's effing ridiculous. Spicy 5 minute. I'm not going to flick it. They're too cute. Get out of here, ladybug. 5 minute. Pooping. It's pooping to bed. 15 minute is still waning. This is odd. Price is really range bound right here. You can see almost like a double top. You can see a pretty clearly defined bottom. So maybe our flat top's breaking. If it stays above 64463 right here. If it stays above right here, I will consider this still a higher low, and I'll consider our low still coming up. If it breaks below there, we're going to have a different market structure. That's pretty much how I see it. No need to do it right now, Bitcoin. Man, no need to do it. You go ahead and you stay up there and you close up there. 50 seconds. Wow, this is actually pretty intense. Come on. That's pretty intense, man. It's cutting it close. 30 seconds. Looks like it'll hold. For the love of all things. Talk about Ethereum. We can look at Ethereum. Fair enough. I've been looking at Bitcoin because I forget about the other coins, man. Stink bugs are way worse, says Aaron M. I feel you. Brah. Or sit. I don't know if Aaron, male, female, whatever. Aaron, fam, I feel you. I have 3 things on my property. Ladybugs, stink bugs, and damn lantern flies, man. They're everywhere. It's a plague. It's a plague. Like, it's a plague. All right, Ethereum is looking a little weaker. Past that golden pocket, didn't get to the deeper retrace, so that's good. Let's see what it looks like on its measured move to the downside. Had we looked at this, we might have been within $10 of the low. I didn't look at this because Bitcoin's always where I look first. Our measured move would have put us within $10 of the low. Ethereum still looking to be doing what Ethereum was doing. This is really just an ascending channel. It's not my favorite thing to see. It's not really a long-term bullish pattern. Typically it breaks to the downside, but it hasn't broken to the downside, just keeps doing it. It's been just doing it and doing it since October. One big ascending channel. Ethereum's totally fine. As long as Ethereum remains above 4,331. So what, that's November 6th low? If you remain above there, you're just doing the same thing. It's no different. I wonder if we can actually take this chart. Oh man, that was nasty. I'm sure that made gross noises. I didn't. My neck is okay, I hope. I wonder if we look at all these retraces, these little bounces, I wonder how many of them were right back to the golden pocket. That's a miss. Golden pocket. Like here, golden pocket. Pretty, alright, so not all of them. Not all of them. This is what we were talking about when we say golden pocket. We're tracing back to the 618. Do you see a pattern? As long as these 618s keep moving up, that's what they're doing. As long as they keep moving up, it's trending up. This is very similar to the way Ichimoku Cloud functions. This is just fundamentally, that one we didn't do, fundamentally how markets move. Why? I don't know. I think, honestly, I'm not a conspiracy tinfoil hat person, but I think it's like just fundamental to mathematics, fundamental to the universe. This one, just shy. So we have one example. And as I said, it's not every time. It's just probability is very good. That's 1, 2, 3 out of 4 hits. 3 out of 4 is way more than you can ever ask for in trading. So far, so good. Ethereum literally doing the same thing Ethereum was doing. This has not really changed that up at all. Unfortunately, this rising channel, not a bullish pattern. They break to the downside. However, in the circumstances where they don't, you actually get the spiciest of spicy. If Ethereum can rally past these high trends, right? If it can move up past our high trends, if it can pull back to it and find support, in crypto, that is typically the pattern we expect to see in a parabolic market. So while this pattern isn't bullish, it is the setup to go parabolic. It's weird. So if it holds this channel, great. If it can break up, and we can get exact numbers on that. Let's get rid of that. We can get more exact numbers. Let's like actually place this trend line, right? Crap. That. Let's do it like this. Come on. Snap for me, trading view. Snap for me, bud. What's happening? There we go. There we are. That looks pretty solid. I'm going to take the low trend from here now. That looks about right. That looks about right. So typically we'd expect this to break to the downside. But in a parabolic market, in crypto, what we see really commonly is this pattern not break to the downside, instead break to the upside, find support at the top of the channel, and move up in a drastic way. So this is what you'd be looking for. Ethereum has it. It's not there, but it has the setup. It's looking good. The retracement here isn't threatening at all. Break below November 6th low, then it is. Not the end of the world, but it's threatening. Not there. So far, so good. You just missed the measured move by $10. The same way we got 63,000 on Bitcoin. That would have said 44.51. Went to 44.56. We would have gotten skunked. That's the exact same analysis that got us this price point. Same thing right here. I'm getting this arrow is feeling heavier. This white arrow is feeling heavier. This pattern is not playing out as fast as I'd hoped. It's still ugly, man. When is it gonna get a little less ugly looking? The 30 and 45 to the hour are still like the only good looking time frames. Nah, I'll take it. 2 hour, here we go. Waning off momentum, that's good. Oh, this is 24-minute. I keep doing that accidentally. That's what I get for doing too much work in one day. That's cool. ETH is the second largest cryptocurrency there is. Second most liquidity. I think Ethereum makes sense in any portfolio. Same way Bitcoin does. Let's see some ADA. AirM, Lanternfly Central, brah. They are a nightmare. Those lanternflies are a nightmare. I haven't looked at ADA in a while. We'll take a look at it. I'm sure we're going to see, here's the thing, probably going to see the same thing. Probably going to see the same pattern. Maybe not, though. Maybe we'll get a surprise. Man, we never got that break to 330. And instead fell back to $1.90. Broke it. It's not ideal. Finding resistance at 230. Okay. Alright. In the short term, ADA, though, looks a little bit better than Bitcoin. On this drop, anyway. Let's see. There we go. For ADA to return in the same way that we're looking for Bitcoin too, that'd be what? 214. 219.5. 5 minute looks a little better, but man, these candles aren't as pretty. I don't like this V top here. Bitcoin doesn't have that, right? No. No. Let's see. We're not looking big enough. That's the problem.
There is a Elliott wave count from the previous at 2 weeks ago that needed a price up to fulfill its count in a C between 59 and 56k winking face.
There's an Elliott wave count. Well, let's start it off this way. Johnny Rofe, man. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the 5, my friend. There's an Elliott wave count. So I guess my issue starts there. I do not see Elliott wave play out in crypto, man. I just have never seen it. I've seen people for years apply it. I've seen people successfully trade even using it somehow. But I've just, I don't use it at all in my analysis. It suggests 59.56, and so that kind of goes along with what I was going to say is I've really only ever seen people talk about Elliott wave. Well, not only, but the majority of the time. Talk about Elliott wave in order to explain why Bitcoin is going to go lower. And I've seen them consistently be wrong over the years and stuck out of a position because of it. You may be right. It may go to 69, 59k, sure. I have just seen in my own experience, which may be biased, people waiting on these C waves forever. People were waiting on them. It keeps getting pushed out. It's like Now it's the CA, B wave, CA. I don't know. There's something about Elliott wave and being a perma bear in crypto that has synergy. For some reason, the perma bears are Elliott wave fans. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it can't be useful, but I don't use it. So ADA on this sell-off, not looking terrible. It's a little weird. ADA has been chilling for a while. You have daily support at $2. $2. I'd like to see the daily close above $2. We can see it fulfilled its golden retrace. Actually similar to Ethereum as it overshot it. Or was it Ethereum? Yeah. Similar to Ethereum on the retrace there. Here's my problem with ADA right now. Is if you break below 180 here, that same measured move looks much lower. Looks for about $1.50, $1.36. I don't think that that's likely. I don't think it's likely to break down that low. But at the same time, that 1618 is right where our golden pocket is. So if we do, we're likely to find support there. Break 180, you're looking for 150. I don't think that's what's going to happen, though. We've already reached our golden pocket retrace here. If we close above $2, I think it begins the chug back up. I think it slowly looks to retest that high. $3.10. The daily is not quite where I want it to be. The weekly is very much where I want it to be and looks phenomenal. So I will maybe rephrase. I won't rephrase. I'm a lot more bullish on it though. Weekly looks great. If ADA even closes at $2 this week, it's finally losing some of that selling momentum. You'll have bullish divergence on the weekly time frame on your lows for MACD. Not quite for RSI, unfortunately. And your VWAP, man, your VWAP's going, it's going positive on the weekly for ADA. About time. About time. This is actually looking pretty cool. I'm glad I looked at it. Not many people have been talking about ADA lately, and probably since it started being red. That's just the way it goes. But if you break $3.10, chart's looking for 430 up to 532. $5 gonna be psychological. Let's split the difference. That's the target. That's the target. The context is you have to break $3.10 first. If you trade lower, let's say you trade down to 152, that might suck. But I guess the goal, silver lining, is those targets get bigger. Now all of a sudden $5 might not be a target, maybe 630 is. The farther you pull back, the longer, farther you pull the bow back, the farther the arrow shoots, right? I'm getting tired. I can feel it in my bones. But the weekly looks strong. ADA hasn't really been doing much. You see that kind of ugly consolidation, sideways trading, falling back under people's radar. Game theory, probably gonna make a move sooner. When people aren't paying attention is when crypto loves to move. Pay attention to things people aren't. That's my best advice. Man, we got so many subscribers, so many people in this. I can't believe we still have like 1,100 viewing. I still don't believe this is real life. We do this all the time, guys. Make sure you subscribe. We do this all the time. Whenever the market's hot, whenever it's spicy, we get on. And we'll be here to calm you down. We're not going to tell you you're wrong or right, but we're going to calm you down. That's our main point. You can't make intelligent, rational decisions when you're feeling emotional, and that's the value of this channel. We provide rational analysis at times when people struggle to remain rational. There's a lot of value there. The patron, shill myself, just the next level of that. We're here all the time, and clearly we have a lot of new eyes because we never had this many viewers at once. I'm blown away. Our video that I released right before this, and you know what, guys? Literally as I went live, I was like, crap. If I go live, no one's going to see that video because YouTube doesn't really promote videos when you go live. It promotes the live. Released 2.5 hours ago. Has 12.3 thousand views. That might be the most views of any video I've ever released on YouTube ever. We've had live streams with more than that. But, dude, within 2 hours, by far the most. I think the number 2 most views we've gotten in 2.5 hours on a video is like 1,300. It says 12,000. So that means there's a lot of new eyes here. That means there's a lot of potential people we can help. That's what we do. We help people. I want everyone to succeed because I love crypto. I know that not everyone can, not everyone will succeed, but I want to help as many of you do so as I can. There's real no gain in it for me, except I love it, I'm passionate about it, and I want to share that passion. And I've noticed when people get wrecked, they don't tend to share that passion. They tend to go away. And so I want to help you succeed. And that's it. So make sure you subscribe, and being in the Discord, best way to stick with our streams, I don't know. After every live stream, we take the day's chart and we put it up live in the Discord after. We're also going to do, as we do, little airdrops of coins so you get paid just for being there. It's not a lot. Some Satashis. But hey, it's more than nothing. So as we do, I put that video up. It's live in the Discord right now. That way you can follow along after the streams. Call me out if I'm wrong. Keep me honest. I don't hide things. I'm fine with being wrong. I don't try to be wrong, though. Jeez, today is wild. It's like, it just keeps alerting. Luca Lederer, Dino Wilfred, Let's Get Rich Together, right on. Walker Goff, Christian Birkeland, John McDonald, Jan Drass, Flame Hashira, that's a cool name. Luca Lederer. Jeez, I couldn't never get through this list. They just keep coming. Adri Aidenvich, Connor Hogel, Edgaris, Naushad Ansari, Catherine J, Matt Nielsen, Raman Ahmadi. Dude, I love shouting out everyone who subscribes, but like, it might be impossible with this many viewers. Paul Miller. You guys rock. Thanks for joining the fam. I'm exhausted and hungry. Chart from today, up live in the Discord right now. Links in the chat. Pop in there. All you have to do is verify. Just click the freaking emoji. All you have to do is click the checkmark emoji on the message when you enter the server, and you'll be granted access to the server. That's it. Maybe I'll show you guys because people seem to mess this up. When you join the server, you should only be able to see the verification channel. All you have to do is click this check mark on this message. It's how we keep the bots out. Somehow it's been keeping people out too. They can't figure it out. Just click the emoji. Chart's live in there. Honestly, we're probably going to stream again today. Another reason to be in the Discord. Another reason to be subscribed. We're probably going to stream today, but it looks like we're going to continue to consolidate. And so I need to go eat. So we're going to wrap it up. This has been the biggest day for our channel ever, somehow. And I was considering not even streaming wildly. But we'll probably be live again. On a break of 63,000 to the downside, we'll go live. On a break of, I don't know, 67,000 to the upside, we'll go live. So I hope you tune in. I love you guys. Thanks for making today amazing. I don't even know what to say. Stay safe, stay calm. Happy trades. Crown out.